Well, I'm glad you could check in and watch a Testing Tuesday video. We're going to cover a few things today involving the NOKTA MAKRO Simplex Plus. We're going to cover masking targets, recovery speed, and the proper way to ground balance. I'm also going to cover the brand new update that occurred between my first and second episodes that you're watching now. The new update 2.77, and I'm going to cover the added feature as well that I use on a daily basis. I know you're getting a little bit different look of me today. I'm in my Mickey Mouse shirt. It's actually Sunday where I'm at now, so got out of church and relaxed, put my Mickey Mouse shirt on, pair of shorts, but you're still gonna get the same kind of content. Let's go around here and look at it. Okay, when you turn your machine on, the first thing you want to do is ground balance it. I have not showed y'all that, and I'm so sorry that I haven't. But how to ground balance it, you're going to hit this settings button here, and see here's all of your settings that's at the bottom, and each one are different. But you want to click on this and get over here to your ground balance. This is your ground balance. Then you want to hit this button here, and you want to find an area that doesn't have any targets, and you want to hit that button. So see, that's already after I think it's 5 or 8 seconds or something, it goes back to the regular. But you want to do it, find you an area, there's nothing there, hit this bottom button, hold it down, and bounce the detector. And see, mine ground balanced to 49.4. I'm in a very mineralized soil area. But that's how to do it with hitting the button. That's the only way I do it. Is I find me a place in the ground that has no targets. I change it over to that setting. I hit that pinpoint button, bounce the detector up and down, holding down that button. When it beeps, it's ground balanced. Let go of the button, and then as you saw, when it got done, it just kind of stayed in that mode. You can hit this top button right here, and it will take you back to the main screen, or you can just leave it and give it a few seconds, and it will manually go back to your screen that you see here. Recovery speed is simply this. As my detector swings, this is the coil and it swings over a target, how soon will it swing over that target and then be able to pick up the second target before it and resets to pick up that second target? So as my swing goes across this way, will it pick up these 3 coins? Let's test it first of all and scatter them out. So with the quarters scattered out just like that across this container, I have shortened my detector so that way I have no targets underneath it to pick up. So I've raised them up so that's the only targets we have. Now, in doing so, I want to see now how they pick up with the recovery speed, just like we did the Amphibio a few months ago. So let's listen to the recovery speed of the Simplex. Alright, it picked up all 3 of them, and I have it in Park 1 mode. I'm going to bring it over into Field mode, which is supposed to be you can swing faster, so let's swing a little faster. Picked up all 3 of them, that's really good. So let's bring them closer together. I'm going to put it back in Park 1 mode, because that's normally what I run it in. I brought the quarters half the distance. They're about 5 to 6 inches apart now. So let's run it over and see what we have now. I got all 3 of them that time. Alright, let's bring them closer. Alright, now I have them about 3.5 inches apart. Let's see if the detector can pick these up separately. I say so. Alright, let's see if it can impress us. Can it do all 3? Now that they're about 2 inches apart. 1.5 inches apart. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and just for giggles, will they pick them up side by side? I think it will. We are going to cover masking using those trash pieces in the middle. what we're going to do is we're going to put a quarter. We know a quarter rings up a 90 or 91 with a Simplex. I'm going to put a bent nail right on top of it. Let's see if it still rings up a 90 or what the detector actually does. See, it jumps to a 76 and back to an 85, and also hit around a 90 as well. So the potential of what that is there, and it makes you say, man, I'm gonna dig that. There's something there. So as you dig that target, you're gonna get that pinpointer. The pinpointer is going to tell you, hey, there's something in here. And then as you find it, you're gonna come across this quarter, and you're probably gonna come across that nail. And you'll be like, man, that's why it didn't give off that 90. So in that case, dig that target. It's consistent signal. Now let's take another quarter and let's do a pull tab, one of the old pull tabs. Let's see what it rings up. See how it was off the charts? But I would say, man, it's a consistent signal. Don't know what it is. There's something there. I'm going to dig it. So then you would come across a quarter and an old pull tab. Now let's change it up a bit. Let's do a nickel and a pull tab. Now if y'all been watching my videos and you see me do the contests, a lot of times I'll say, okay, let's see if this is a nickel or a pull tab. And a lot of times I'll say, I bet this is a nickel. Well, the reason why is they sound exactly the same. I'll show you. Let's do that first. 24, 25. Well, that shows 35. But this is a 24, 25. I guess it depends on who makes them. So let's take this pull tab, stick it on top of this nickel, and let us find out what the detector says. See, together it's ringing up a 45. Dig that all day long. Dig it. Now, one last test. I want to test a zinc penny. This is a square nail. I'm going to lay it right on top of it. A zinc penny will ring up about 50, 55, 56. Let's see what it does with the nail involved. And see, with a little depth, look at what it's ringing up. It is a consistent signal, about 58, 59, 63. Dig it. Get it out of the ground. There's something there. Now, let's change it because we know what these do. Let's put this one there. Do you see how high that rings up between a 75 all the way up to a 91? You would think, man, that's a quarter. It's possibly a silver quarter. Dig it out. Then you find a penny and an old nail. But it's still not bad. So, for our test today, we're going to finalize it with using the mute function to show you how it mutes the detector with my pinpointer. I've showed you that on one of our Saturday videos, but I want to show you on the Testing Tuesdays as well. Okay, now you can see my face on the screen. But for our last test for the day, for the video, I want to show you what this new update that Nokta MAKRO came out for the Simplex Plus. Very neat function. I use it every time I'm metal detecting. I usually wear the headphones, and in doing so, I like to mute. I would like that function to be able to mute the metal detector, because not every time I have a pinpointer, because the pinpointer I'm using is not Nokta MAKRO, and so it does not line up and it does not work with the headphones. So Nokta MAKRO got really smart. They heard from the customers. I mean, kudos to Nokta MAKRO. They added a mute function, because sometimes these pin pointers, or a pin pointer and these detectors, do not agree with each other. And when they don't, it causes a problem when you're trying to be out there metal detecting. You turn a pin pointer on and this detector goes absolutely crazy. You want to watch? Let's do it. And it will do that until you turn it off. Now you can change your frequency, but sometimes you may not find the frequency that will be compatible and allow your pin pointer to also be on and working. So Nokta Makro got smart. Watch this. I'm going to turn this on. Now I'm going to show it to you first, and I'm going to prove it to you. You hit this little button one time and it mutes the detector. Absolutely awesome. Complete silence. Now watch this. No sound from the Simplex. So let's try it one more time. To turn off the mute function, you just hit the button again. It puts it back in regular mode, and it's back in working condition as normal. And that also works whether you've got headphones on or don't have headphones on. So let's try this. I want to say, okay, I'm metal detecting and I forget to turn the mute function on, and I've got my pin pointer on. Watch this. Silence. This is on, working. Unmute it with it on. Back to normal. Turn this off. The detector's back to normal. All right. Thank you for watching the second episode of Testing Tuesday with the Simplex Plus. Also, have you taken advantage of the 2 giveaways that we've got going on right now? We have the pin pointer giveaway, and we also have the second one we launched on just a couple days ago, the Southern Relics tokens. You can get in on those. Just go down in the description and look for those 2 videos if you have not gotten involved with those. It's free stuff. Why not take advantage of it? Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you Saturday. God bless. Have a good day.